So talk a little bit more about fats, because
Yeah.
what kind of fats are you talking about? First of all, you don't mean go eat a pound of bacon, obviously, every day, but what kind of fats are you talking about? And then go into the low-fat, no-fat craze of, I don't know, 80s, I suppose, or whenever that was, and what did that do to us as a population?
So good. So with regards to fats, when I'm talking to patients, a lot of people, we read the literature in our culture of, oh, it's the fats that are killing us. Mm-hmm. The fats that are killing us are the fats that are like our deep fryers at fast food restaurants, these oxidized fats. We even think we categorize, for instance, flaxseed oil as a healthy fat, but it's an incredibly vulnerable fat to oxidation, and so it's not, in fact, I don't want my clients having flaxseed oil at all. There's too many other good quality oils out there, such as avocado oil, macadamia nut oil, olive oil. Hello, the Mediterranean diet has something to it. It's because it's a very fat-centric with the good quality fats of the olives, the olive oil. Coconut oil, also a very good source for this. Small amounts of nuts and seeds, because they can end up being a bit omega-6 rich, which are inflammatory. But the things like macadamia nuts, hazelnuts, pili nuts, these are very high omega-3 fats, and also pressing them and getting their oils are quite helpful. So I really push my clients to do that. Now, depending on their blood type, depending on their enzymes, their epigenetic SNPs, or their epigenetic hiccups, we might bring on or leave out certain animal fats, such as ghee or butter, even lard. Duck fat in particular is a very clean burning fuel source. We actually got most of our fat-soluble vitamins historically from the lard of animals. Okay, that's where we got our vitamin A, K, and D. It's like, think about those grazing creatures out there getting the sun right through their back, the back strap, and the lard that came from that, that's where we got the majority of our fat-soluble vitamins, until that segues into your beautiful question of what did we do to ourselves when we went fat-free? When we went fat-free, when you take fat out of your food, you also take out flavor. So we had to adjust for that. Unfortunately, going low-fat and fat-free was a trend that was based on very faulty data on a single, really poorly done study that just took us in the wrong turn in Albuquerque for the past several decades. And when we took away that flavor, we had to replace it with something, and that something was sugar. Okay, and that's when our poor, already transitioning hybrid engine from 1850 until, say, 1970 was already faltering a little bit, but man almighty, we jumped off a cliff with that one. And to think of it this way, our brains, our hormones, our nervous system needs fat to thrive. So think about the diseases that plague us today. The fastest growing disease process in the Western world is neurological degeneration. In fact, right before coming in here, we got news that there's another school shooting. It's like our brains aren't working. They're sick. They're starving. The low-fat craze that we've done has literally left our brains starving. We can't build hormones. We can't build neurotransmitters. So we're not functioning on all cylinders. And you don't make rational decisions when you're starving. And we do some really stupid things. So we tend to lean towards more addictive processes when that's out of range. So we might feed ourselves with sugar or gambling or booze or drugs to basically try to feed what we're missing. And so it's really changed things. And now, thank God, we're seeing a rising awareness of the harm that we've done with this. And sort of the people have uncovered the truth of how we got off on this terrible path and are trying really hard to correct it. But there are a lot of financial powers that be behind us staying on the old path. But it takes a lot of courage to come off that path and tread a new one.